InTheBite Dock Talk with Mr. Craig Cushman, the marketing director for Airmar Technology Corporation. So, Craig, Airmar is sort of a universal one-stop shop for all things transducers.
We are. We supply transducers to all the major manufacturers of electronics in the industry. We've been doing it for a long time, and we're the best in the industry.
Awesome. So, a transducer is sort of universal, like hardware that you put down on the bottom of the boat to see beneath it, regardless of what sort of marine electronics brand you choose.
Absolutely. So yeah, we think of it this way. Think about the transducer, getting the right transducer to not only fit your fishing style, but fit your boat. And then you choose the brand of MFD or sounder that you want, that's something you like on your helm. But Airmar always is the transducer that plugs into it.
Oh, perfect. And so, for like a sport fish application, how would somebody go about selecting the right transducer? What sort of process does that look like?
Yeah, great question. We get asked that every single day. First thing we do is we ask how deep you're going to go, and what kind of fishing are you doing. We don't even worry about the boat and how it attaches to the boat right now. We just want to match the right frequencies, the right bandwidth for how you want to fish. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy. We want to match. If you want really super high definition for going down and dropping on wrecks or something like that, we're going to push you towards the high frequency. If you're going out deep and really all you're concerned with is coverage and wide coverage, we'll push you towards a low wide, like on our RPM 411 low wide medium that these guys are using here. So we want to talk to you about fishing first, and then we'll talk about how it actually is going to attach to your boat.
Perfect. And so, if somebody wants to do like a wide array of things, say, 20% of the time deep dropping for swords, sometimes they'll be in shallow looking for, whatever bait. A lot of times they'll be marlin fishing looking for bait balls or tuna down deep.
Sure.
So should people look for a single transducer, or is it like a package,
Sure.
sort of thing for the boat?
We're seeing on boats like this, on these big sport fishing boats, just that. Guys doing a whole multitude of things. And so what they tend to want to do is they'll tend to want to cover the whole spectrum. So they've got a low frequency for that deep depth penetration, sometimes a low wide, really great searchlight out there for searching out targets deep. They've got medium on there, which is going to be they're great, that 700-800 foot high definition, great for actually once you've located it on the wide, you're seeing better target definition on that medium. And then ultimately, a lot of these guys want high frequency for that's your in shallow, that's your 200 and less, let's say. Guys that are dropping, fishing reefs, wrecks, structure. And the guys that are sport fishing, they want that high wide, all right? So that's a high frequency wide beam that we have in multiple different formats. They're using that for that 0 to 500 foot mark.
Sure.
With a wide beam, so they've got a searchlight deep, they've got a searchlight shallow.
Sure, and then so basically you route that through sort of the multifunction displays, the split screens, monitors, or you can run them through two. So you can basically look at different zones at the same time with different applications.
Absolutely. For the most part, there's a configuration we can come up that would give you access to plug in all of those different frequencies into your sounder screens.
Oh, great. So you guys can provide, information and hardware solutions for new boat projects, for retrofits, sort of, how does all that?
Oh, that's a great question. So Gemco Marine Accessories is our distributor. It's part of Airmar. They're not only the best, most technical guys for transducers, but for networking on your boat. So Gemco is really an awesome resource. So we want to help you get the best setup on your boat. We want to get the best transducer on your boat, of course. And then for new boats, we work with all of the big manufacturers as well, and we help them to do a better job installing. So we're working that end. If you're doing a retrofit, chances are we've got a transducer. Let's say a guy wants to go from conventional 5200 to a chirp transducer. Chances are we've got a model that's as simple as knocking out the transducer that's there and going right back into the same spot with a chirp transducer. So we're going to make that transition easy for you.
Oh, great. And so you guys can provide the technical support for somebody who has an installer already doing the work, or you can provide sort of, trained technicians to do the work themselves.
Absolutely. So yeah, we also have our Airmar certified installers, which is, we've been for the last 2 years just certifying a ton of installers with all the right tools, all the right knowledge to help you not only pick the right transducer, but maybe troubleshoot your boat if you're having some issues. And they can get on your boat, actually test the transducer that's there, and let you know if it's performing in spec or not.
Well, that's an interesting point too, because one of the things that affects transducer performance is the placement on the hull, right? And so you guys can provide sort of consulting services for people to say, for this application,
Sure.
it works better here, if it's paired for this type of hull,
Yep.
or, put it in this pocket for over here.
Exactly. If you call our tech support, these guys are dealing with all sorts of installs every single day. Chances are, if you tell them what type of boat you're trying to fit, they know where it needs to go, how it needs to be put in to get the best results. So we have that knowledge. It's just a matter of giving us a call.
Oh, great. And so as a general rule, just putting the transducer in a place where it's got clean water without aeration, flowing over the top of it kind of thing?
Exactly. Some boats, if you're a boat that's over 36 feet, you're definitely going to need a fairing block. You've got to get that face of that transducer down, past that bubble line. There's some boats that can get away with low profile. It's just a matter of matching up the right frequencies with the right transducer housing to fit your boat and get good performance.
Oh, great.
Right.
So it's a easy deal, one-stop shop, Airmar.com, for the products and support and guidance through the process?
Absolutely. Call us and we'd love to help you out.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank you also for sponsoring the East Coast Division of the Captain of the Year.
Oh, glad to be a part of it.